Hello everyone, my name is Hayder Saad and today I'll be presenting uh, my Nozama risk assessment report in a summarized format. Our agenda for today is we'd be after an introduction we'd be going through Nozama's most valuable assets, how we can defend said assets against security threats, and then a summary of our entire presentation. And so to introduce, upon a thorough investigation of Nozama's workings, we created a report, and this is a complementary slide deck and presentation to to discuss the most prominent aspects of said security report. We looked into everything regarding Nozama, including their past history with security breaches and past security issues, and how they currently manage their data, their employees' data, everything along those lines. And taking all of that into consideration, uh, these are the most valuable assets that we think is would be very important for Nozama to make sure that they are secure. So the first one amongst them being the data center. Now, one can the importance of the data center can't be understated because the sheer number of services that run off this data center. So the email server, the email server, it's stored, it's used as a data store. There's proprietary code available on this data center. There might be proprietary code, most probably there is. And there is databases of all our employees, so which upon getting leaked would be disastrous for us, or getting phished, or anything something similar. And there have been attacks to said data center in the past due to a phishing attack. So protecting this asset is of the utmost priority, just because of the sheer number of services that run off this data center. Next, you have the staff Dropbox. Now, currently, Nozama uses a, a big Dropbox account to share when they want to share files. So everyone keeps uploading to this Dropbox whenever they need to send something to someone. Now, while it might seem convenient, this is extremely impractical due to and uh, and dangerous, because first of all, when you have a service like this, people keep uploading stuff, and no one person knows exactly what's on that Dropbox at a given moment. So and if someone were to somehow get access to this Dropbox, they could get hold of anything anything from like someone's passport picture, or someone's social security card or identity card or driver's license, to something like and all the employee records, all the staff records, all the customer records, and even proprietary code or something that Nozama uses for their own workplace. So that is why it is finding a solution other than the Dropbox would be something to Nozama and us as a team should come up with. Then next we have the warehouse server. Now this is like the data center, but it's located off premise in where the data with the warehouse is. This just stores the amount of inventory at the warehouse, and stuff along those lines. So this is also pretty important, because in case of a emergency or something, then we would losing the warehouse server and the data on it would mean we'd have to do all inventory again, which is a very time consuming and boring job. And then lastly, we have the office computers for both work from home employees as well as employees working on premise. So again, we need ways to secure these, because every employee has their own set of personal data on said computers, as well as the fact that there might be some development code work there that one employee is working on, or some future uh, in expansion plans by in the CEO's laptop, or anything along those lines. Securing, making sure these computers are secure is also extremely important. Now, how do we make sure that the assets we mentioned before and more assets are secure against the dark arts, or as in this case the security threats? So our first step is we use third-party softwares to make sure that our trusted third-party softwares to make sure that our the assets mentioned beforehand are able to be secured. So this includes anything from like antiviruses to VPNs to uh, anti-phishing or phishing tools to like phishing simulation tools and any third party software that can help secure encryption, decryption, anything that can help secure our assets is something that should be explored, or we should be open to the possibility that we need to use external software. Next, and more importantly, I would say it's employee education, because at the end of the day, the weakest link in any security system or any system is the humans, because humans make mistakes. And so teaching an employee not to click on random links, not to download random thing, not to plug in random USB drives into their computers, and how to use third party softwares that we decide to implement in our in our infrastructure. And yeah, and other than that, just general make the employees feel like they are they have some controlling interest in it. Teach them that what the downfalls of getting hacked, and how it can affect their jobs, it can affect Nozama, it can affect all the employees, all the customers that these employees are working hard towards satisfying. So like a class similar to introduction to computer security would be very very helpful. And then lastly, I thought it would be a good idea to mention that Nozama should look towards moving away from that Dropbox, that all-inclusive big umbrella Dropbox, because again, no one person knows exactly what's on there because of the sheer amount of people that use it. So it would be a good idea to find something that's a bit more secure. Because Dropbox currently, if you find just one email address and password, so that means a hacker would only need to get one employee to slip up. And once that does happen, the amount of data that this hacker can get would be monumental. So those are at least few of the main ways where I believe, as a security expert, I believe that we could help Nozama especially considering their shortcomings in the past. We could help them avoid such failures in the future. And then lastly, just to summarize everything I've said, uh, to protect, at the end of the day, to protect any asset, whether it be a proprietary data or employee data, or a proprietary code, or sensitive customer information, employee education, as in teaching them what can go wrong, how to prevent it, and how to handle it if in case something does go wrong. Protocols by the upper management to ensure that employees are at their best are employing the best security practices. And third party softwares all combined together can prevent Nazama from the mishaps that happened in the past. And then just to reiterate again how important the data center is, almost every single service runs off this data center. So protecting it should be mine and Nozama's number one priority, because losing said data center would be catastrophic to the business, to all customers and everything. So that's it from my side. Thank you very much for listening in, and hope to see you again. Thank you.